Yo, what is going on, everybody? This is Beanie. Welcome back to another video. Guys, today I played this, or yesterday, last night, I played this crazy ass game, and I was just so excited because I hit the record button just before I started playing it. I was actually trying to enter a BR game, but I just got absent-minded and entered a ranked seasons game, and this game was crazy, guys. I'm not going to tell you the outcome of it, but it was bananas. And I'm just going to kind of sit here and go through it with you and everything. I edited it up a little bit just so it wasn't super long. But as you can see right there, I get a nice little rip with Jacoby Ellsbury to start the game off. A nice little start. We were both pitching Vita Blue. And man, I really like Vita Blue wasn't super effective in this game, but man, I really like this Vita Blue. Against most people, he is so effective. I mean, he can run it up to like 97, 98 with his fastball. And right there, he was 95, but with his changeup, he's at 82. It's just such a good card. And I get a rip right there with my created player. And that is going to score Jacoby Ellsbury. We get it off with a nice little run there. And it's looking like we could have a big inning. Let's see if that comes to fruition. I had so many missed opportunities in this game, but I still ended up, putting up a lot of runs and everything. But right here we have Andre Dawson up, and he started to figure out, like, a little later in the game, he starts to figure out that he can kind of, and this was bad right here. I tried to take three. Oh, wait, no, I didn't. That must have been another game I was thinking about, But, he starts to figure out at some points in the game that I don't hit Dawson all that well. Oh, yeah, I got thrown out. Trying to steal third right there with one out. It's a good spot to try to steal third, but it just didn't work out for me right there. But he starts to figure out, like, in the midpoint of the game that that I don't really hit Vita Blue particularly well on the outside corner. I get a nice little cheap hit right there. That's kind of funny. But I just, and really lefties in general, I have a tough time going oppo against them for whatever reason. And it seems to only happen on occasion, and I cannot believe this ball stayed in. I thought it was definitely getting out, but whatever. But on occasion, like, I'll hit them pretty well. If they're like staying really high and away or really low and away or something. But in general, if you want to get me out with a lefty, kind of pitch me away, because for whatever reason I'm always trying to pull pitches, and that's a really bad way to approach hitting a lefty. But he makes some mistakes that I take advantage of during the course of the game. So we'll see that in a little bit. But he gets a nice little rip right there with his creative player. His creative player was killing me, but then he lines out into a double play, tries to do a hit and run, doesn't work out for him. That's really unfortunate. That's like worst case scenario with a hit and run. It seems to happen more than it should, though. Like line outs on hit and runs and stuff. I like doing hit and runs. I really do. It's a big part of my game, but I have to admit that they don't, like, they can really, really burn you. They can be, if they work out, they're super beneficial. As you see, Miguel Cabrera does a fucking Olay right there. Golly, I hate that animation. Like, like he doesn't even like really make an effort at it. It's just like, oh well, fuck it, I'll get him next time. And then he inside out's a home run. That's at this point in the game, it's just like I've become so accustomed to seeing that from time to time that it's not even like a big deal. I'm just like, okay, well, I guess his PCI was there and his timing wasn't too bad, so whatever. But it is really frustrating. I have to admit that. But I got some cheapos too, for sure. There's no doubt about it. I got some cheap hits in this game. Miguel Cabrera in the first inning had one. So, I can't complain too much. It's just, whenever they hit it out, instead of just getting like a little blooper, that's when it gets pretty frustrating. I saw a lot of people saying on Reddit, like, they were talking about Cardinal Bird and how Cardinal Bird is like hypocritical or whatever. I don't think he, like, I think he's pretty on point most of the time. Because most of his late hits are like little bloopers or something, and I can live with those. I can live with late hit bloopers, but it's the late hits that are like 120-mile exit velos that kind of grind my gears. By the way, this guy Zentrix too. He is apparently a subscriber for me. See right there, that's kind of a late hit right there, so that's interesting. Oh, and I take 3. Forgot about that. Getting aggressive, Beanie. Let's go. But this guy's Zentrix too. He messaged me after the game and said he was a fan of my videos. So shout out to Zentrix too, dude. You are awesome at the game. This was one of the best games I played all year. But it was really crazy. The last 2 innings, man, were just bananas. I couldn't believe it. Like it was like a snowball. You'll see what I mean later in the game. But golly, it was ridiculous. But right here, we have runners on the corner, and I strike out. I'm so bad. I strike with a pitcher coming up next, no less. Like, so right now, it's looking pretty good that I might not get even 1 run across this inning. So I'm pretty frustrated about that. And whenever I get frustrated, I think everybody's kind of like this. But whenever I get frustrated in a game, I start to make a lot of mistakes. And it's really no different here in this game, except later on, it seems like I make mistakes whenever I'm overconfident too. Like to me, there's like a strikeout right there looking. I never do that. But to me, there's like a nice little medium between overconfident and you know, stressed out or like pissed off at the game or whatever. And if you can, this is it. This is where I got super lucky to tie the game. Look at that. That is insane. I definitely shouldn't have got that hit. That was ridiculous. I don't think I have too many more of those in this game, but oh yeah, and do I do that this inning? Okay, yeah, I do. I pinch hit Hanley Ramirez for Ryan Sandberg right here, and it ends up paying off for me, I believe. Oh, okay, yeah. I just edited. This is the top of the 4th now. That run with Jacoby Ellsbury was in the 2nd, and I cut to the top of the 4th right here to show you this inning, because this was a pretty big inning. So, yeah, we got Hanley Ramirez up. A pinch hit for Ryan Sandberg just because he doesn't hit lefties well at all. And I end up, you know, changing the defense around a little bit to accommodate for it. But I get a walk with Hanley Ramirez, and then on the very next pitch, I freaking just demolish one with Victor Martinez. He isn't sneaking that off-speed by me again. So I get a home run right there. We got Vida Blue up with 1 out. And look at this. I mean, that's about as hard as you can hit one with Vida Blue. Unfortunately, it was right at his guy. And then he had been throwing me a lot of high and inside pitches. So I was sitting dead high and inside. He gives it to me, and I hit it out 5-2. I'm starting to feel really good about myself. And now I believe we're about to jump cut to the okay. Jump cut to the bottom of the 4th, and now he's up to bat. We're up 5-2, feeling pretty good about everything. You know, I think I was at like a 915 rating whenever this game started on accident. Like I said, I was trying to play a BR game. It was kind of funny. Whenever I saw I was playing ranked seasons, I was like, damn it, what? I'm so fucking stupid. I was just being absent-minded. But I ended up going 12-1 in BR. I got a 90 Miggy, so that was pretty cool. I ended up doing that after this game, but you know, it's kind of tough to come into a game whenever you're not even like really wanting to play that game mode, and you go into it, and you know you don't want to ask for a friendly quit, because I don't like asking for friendly quits because it makes me look like a pussy. The only time I'll do it is if the game is like really laggy or something. I'll just, you know, shot in the dark. Hey, can we friendly quit? And I'll do it pretty early on. But right now, you know, it's like, okay, I don't really mind this. Up 5-2, pretty nice. Still got our starter on the mound. Our bullpens got really taxed there towards the end because we couldn't figure out a way to get each other out. We really couldn't. It was a scoring fest. A very high-scoring game. A lot of times with World Series opponents, you'll get that. And look at that hit. That's one of the hardest hit balls I've seen. I made a mistake. I was trying to get that on the outside corner. I left it over the plate, and this guy punished mistakes. You had to be so precise against this guy. Zentrix, too, big shout-out to him. He is a really, really good player, and he gets another rip right there. I'm glad he didn't take 2 right there, because then we would have been in a lot of trouble. Runners on, well, I mean, we're in a lot of trouble right now, but runners on second and third with nobody out, that's a lot of trouble. Try to get him to pop out right here with the two-seam, and it works out perfectly. Unfortunately, it's to left field, and I thought I had him hosed here, but not quite. He ends up scoring that run, but he doesn't get anything else in that inning, and we're going to end up moving on to, I believe, the top of the sixth. Yes, we're in the top of the sixth. He has brought in Nate Jones, and this, I owe a big shout out to Movie Gaming, and he didn't even tell me this. It was somebody in one of my streams told me that Movie had told them this, but Movie figured out, and I think maybe Cardinal Bird too, that Nate Jones tips his pitches. And I didn't believe it at first, but the more I looked at him, he totally does tip his pitches. Right here, that's a sinker, and I saw it right out of his hand. If his fingers are together, it's a slider. If his whole hand is on the ball, or like 3 fingers are on the ball, it's a changeup. And if it's anything else, it's a two-seam or a sinker. Totally tips his pitches. And I was sitting here and I was reading it, and it ends up benefiting me in a big way. I end up getting some base runners on, and let's see if I can pull a big inning out of that. I knew that that was a changeup. So I flicked that down the left field line, and instead of going for 2, I decided to play it safe, just stay at 1. I'd been kind of aggressive base running, and it kind of bit me in my butt. So I decided to do that. And then right here, I mean, I'm seeing these pitches so clearly at this point. It's starting to get kind of funny, and I see that that's another changeup. So I rope it into right field, and Hanley Ramirez, I thought about going 3 once again, but discretion, better part of valor, that whole thing. So I hold him up and I bring in Lou Brock, and then I kind of hate this move by myself to bring in Lou Brock, because I was really starting to see Nate Jones pretty well, and I believe, does he not take him out here? I thought he took him out here. Well, if he doesn't, that's okay, but I thought that I had to bring in like Giancarlo or somebody, but no, I remember he ends up walking him here, and going to and then once Ellsbury is up, he ends up taking him out and bringing on, I believe, Felipe Rivero. I believe that's what happens here. Yeah, there's old Felipe right there. So he has Felipe Rivero up, and I have the bases loaded with 1 out. I'm feeling pretty good, but Felipe is really tough on me. That slider is so slow compared to his like 99 mile per hour fastball, but I end up flicking it out into right field. I thought I hit it better, but I get a run. That's a sac fly. It was a lot closer than I thought, especially over there at third, but hey, I'll take that. I'll take that all day. Got another run. We're up 6-4, and then this was clutch right here. This was absolutely clutch, this at bat. My creative player, I changed his swing to Carlos Correa's swing, and I hate the way it looks. It looks so stupid to me. Like those little short, compact swings, I hate them. I think they look so ridiculous on a guy that's not like Nori Aoki or Ichiro. But I put it on him because in terms of gameplay, it really is more effective. Like, you really do hit better with it. So I put that on him, and then boom, I just lace the ball, get 1 more run across the board. Thought I might be able to get 2, but he got a good hop there off the wall, and I have to stop at third with Lou Brock. Even with that blazing speed, you have to, kind of take it easy every now and then. And but then in the top of the 7th, we're going to jump cut to that. We didn't get anything else across in the 6th, but in the 7th, Miggy gets a nice little rope, a rare double for him. That's pretty awesome because Miggy doesn't get a lot of extra base hits. It's basically a home run or a single for him. And we're facing Osuna, and Osuna, I've been seeing him pretty well lately, even though this was kind of a bullshit home run. Let's be honest. I did not hit that ball all that well. Oh, wait, it's not a home run. It's just a hit. I'm sorry, a bullshit hit. I did not hit that ball all that well. Typically on that slurve that kind of hangs, if you pull that pitch, it's gone. It's gone a long way. But I was late on it. I was way under it, and I just got kind of lucky. And I actually hit this one a lot better as far as my input goes, but it ends up just being a sac fly. That's okay. I like a sac fly in this situation. Now I have a runner on third with only one person out. Feeling really, really good right now. And we're up 8-4, got a 4-run lead. Everything is going good. I'm really confident with Hanley Ramirez here, and for good reason, because that changeup is freaking blasted out of here. I saw that pitch right out of his hand. It was awesome, and we're up 10-4, guys. But now, going to the bottom of the 8th, this is where things start to get crazy. Okay, throw a slider down and in, a decent pitch. I got it over the strike zone a little, but he freaking blasts it, home run. So I'm like, okay, I see you. You know, hitting pretty well. 10-5, but I'm still pretty confident. A 5-run lead in the 8th inning with my bullpen, I can get this done. No big deal. So, little did I know. Okay, so he fouls this off. We got an 0-2 count. I've got to be confident right now, right? So I try to go to the 12-6, and all of a sudden, this guy gets an incredible eye. He gets a super quick bat. Everything that you want in out of your game, he becomes that guy. He becomes awesome. So yeah, my dog is barking in the background. Just a second, guys. Hey, Pippa. I'm doing a voice recording right now. I'm showing this huge inning that this guy has, and I made an amazing pitch right there, guys. That 12-6 curve, I'm not even going to edit that out. I'm just going to leave it in, by the way. That 12-6 curve, man, I made a good pitch on that. And I thought I could get that, but Griffey just doesn't have quite the range to get there. His Miggy gets a double. Oh, guys, at this point, I'm starting to get a little worried because I can see a distinct change in his game. I think I maybe made a mistake here going with Doolittle. Nathan had given up 2 hits, yes, but I don't think he was pitching bad enough for me to justify that, and I was getting short in my bullpen anyway. So, you know, I don't know how much I like that move. And he brings in Lou Brock to run, which is interesting, and then he brings in Stanton to hit, which is also interesting. He's starting to burn his bench, which I like because, you know, on the off chance we go to extra innings, in my mind, like he is short on his bullpen, his bench is kind of low, so I'm happy about this. And we got Doolittle up, and we throw this change up right here, and finally we get an out. But that is going to move Brock over. I'm pretty confident. I try to throw him out, and I almost get him, actually. Like, you are, if you're aggressive with Brock, it's going to work out for you 9 times out of 10, and that's about as close as you can make it right there. I was pretty happy about that, and I have no, look at this. That was such a good pitch. Such a good pitch, and he just flicks it out with David Wright. Oh, man, I hated that. I really, really, really hated that. I'm going to have to bring David Wright back into my lineup. I'm thinking about moving my creative player over to second, bringing David Wright back in, and kind of getting rid of Sandberg, I'm sorry. So now he gets a hit. He's down 10-7. I've still got the lead, but it's not looking pretty. Who do I get? Okay. I was thinking I went to somebody in the bullpen there, but I don't. I'm frustrated. I see that my confidence is down, so then I have to go to the bullpen, right? I just have to. I'm burning through these arms like horribly, and this was kind of weird to me. Okay, like, yes, I give up that little weak hit right there, a little inside out hit. That was really frustrating because now the tying run is coming to the plate. It's his pitcher, so he's gonna have to take him out. But this inning is bad, y'all. This inning is not good. So I give up that hit, and then I come in and I'm pretty confident with the sinker because he can't time it up right. And my dumb ass, you know, pitching with Houston Street. Why do I throw a slider here? Why? But I get the ground ball, but unfortunately my creative player is playing out of position. And apparently he's borderline retarded whenever he plays at second, so he can't turn the double play. And look at this. Look at this hit right here, this sinker. He just flicks it out oppo. All of his home runs seem to be oppo or to center. Very, very frustrating. And at this point, I'm just like, and then I realize that my confidence is low. yeah, I've given up a home run, but I've only given up 2 hits, and I've gotten an out, and it was supposed to be a double play ball. I don't understand why my confidence is low, but at this point, I've burnt through so much of my bullpen, and the game is tied, that I almost feel like I have to weather the storm and at least try to get Dawson out. And it just, I can't hit my spots, guys. I just can't. I mean, I hit my spot right here with a slider pretty well. Like, I mean, that's about as good as it gets. But then with the sinker, I think he fouls this one off right here. You know, it's a nice little foul ball or whatever. And then it's just, when your confidence is down on a guy who has a windup, it's so hard to hit your spot vertically. It's so hard because you have no idea where it's going. So I have to go to my bullpen yet again. I think this is like my 4th arm this inning. And first pitch, down an inside fastball from Chapman. He turns on it, and I lied. Not every that was the home run he turned on, but he hit great the whole game. This was just an inning that he broke out. It's 12-10, and wouldn't you know it, on the next batter, I end up throwing 3 sliders in a row. There's number 2, and then on the 3rd slider, he strikes out. If I would have gone to sliders right there instead of the fastball, I think I probably would be tied, and we would probably still be playing at this point. I don't know. But we've got Griffey up, and he's down to his last 2 bullpen arms. Unfortunately, one of those arms is Kenley Jansen. And guys, I don't know if you know this, but I don't think I have a hit off Kenley Jansen all year. He has dominated me in every sense of the word, and it's so stupid because the pitch that he dominates me off of is the sinker, and he doesn't even throw a damn sinker in real life. SDS, why does Kenley Jansen have a sinker? It's weird. I don't get it. I don't understand. So, please take that away from him so I can get a periodic hit off of Kenley. Because righty on righty, I have no chance. I have no chance versus Kenley. I hit that one pretty well with Griffey, but it's an out. And right here we have Cal Ripken. I cannot believe at this point. I can't believe I gave up a 6-run lead. It's so stupid. Like, I never do this. I'm such a good pitcher typically. It never happens to me, but it happens. Zentrix did it for me, and that sinker was just devastating. Pop it out. Hanley Ramirez has got it. And then we've got Mr. Hanram himself up. That sinker is just wicked. I'm very late on it. And then I ground out off the slider. It's not good. That's the ball game, guys. I lose 12-10. Oh, man, I'm so frustrated at this point last night. Oh, my God, I was so frustrated. But that's the game, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed bringing it to you. I'm going to cut here to the thing. I ended up losing 13 points. My opponent was very, very good, by the way. Shout out to him once again. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Peace.